We can hear your chickens, Duke. Yo. Hello. You alright? I know. I
I,
know.
I think we've
Crazy.
spoken before at some point.
Yeah. It's been a
Yeah.
while. I didn't even
Oh,
know how to podcast tonight. I
I
was like,
know. Can you still speak? Who knows? Wow.
crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
back. I'm back
It's
and I'm
back.
black.
Yeah, not quite.
Not black.
No. Not really.
Up to the flower shop.
Right. Are we getting going on this thing that
I'm
we call
ready.
a show?
Are you
Yeah.
ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's start the motherfucking show, bitch.
Welcome yo to the veteran gamers.
Movies aren't stupid.
The fellas will tell you about every single game that you're playing this week. Hey, reviews and an indie pick. Stu story time and Chinny's game breakers. Here comes Duke with the soundbite saviors.
The ball is grind. The ball is grind. The ball is the ball. The ball. The ball. The ball is grind. It works at so many levels.
Boy, I really hope somebody got fired for that
Switch
one.
that console off before you have to press repeat, yo.
Well, there are rocks, thousands and thousands of rocks.
Yo, yo, yo. Hello, and welcome to episode 489 of the Veteran Gamers Podcast.
Yay, 489, and we're gonna have a good time. I'm Duke.
I'm Shu.
What's my name again? What?
I
Hello?
don't know. Who
What?
knows?
What?
Look, we can barely remember what your name is.
Yeah, I know. I've been gone, but I'm back.
He's back.
Hello.
That's the way you feel diva like the faucet.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Somebody
Back.
in my lunchroom in the teacher's lounge, you said that she's a diva, and so I had to pull up that sound clip and play it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's
Wow.
real life soundboard stuff.
Did she take offense?
No, she thought it was amusing.
When somebody...
Actually, she did the thing where she doesn't find anything amusing. She went, "Really, Piotrowski? That's what you're gonna do?" I'm like, "You use the term. What do you want?"
Yeah. I mean, that just sounds like something from Monsters, Inc. Really, Piotrowski?
Oh yeah, well. Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know. It's Wachowski. Is
Something
it
Fallout
Wachowski?
4 is what it sounds
Really?
like. Or
Yeah.
Fallout, I guess.
You're boring. So the...
See, he's back already,
Yeah.
and already he's dissing
Swinging
people.
singers.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's just like, what are you talking about? No one cares. So the... When somebody tells me what you've been doing on the Sunday night, I just lie and say I watched football and drank beer until I got absolutely wrecked like a
Yeah.
real man.
Fell over and vomited, and then like went to sleep with your face in it.
Correct.
Sexy and I know it.
I had men round my house today,
Really?
Ooh.
Sounds like a weird thing.
and
Why is that a weird thing?
Well, it depends what they were doing. Oh, yeah.
two of them were plumbers,
Ooh.
Dad, why did you bring me to a gay steel mill?
and the other two were...
Was one a red Indian and one a traffic cop?
No, I don't know what the other two were, but the plumbers were insistent that these other two men were vital in this job that I needed doing. Who,
Oh, have you finally got your toilet fixed? So if you take a dump, it actually flushes without blocking up.
don't be silly. But look, they're looking at the downstairs toilet. You see, the downstairs toilet, Stuart.
I know about this. We talked about this.
With the
didn't we?
downstairs toilet, and
Yes, yes.
there's a point to my story is when I've got men round my house, like real men that can fix things, I start to
Real
panic.
men.
I start to kind of go, oh no, what do I talk to these real men about?
Dad, why did you bring me to a gay steel mill?
I don't know.
So, you know, these real men are in my house,
So
and
did you get a spanner out and
so
like
I'm,
frighten you
there's
with
like measuring stuff. Well, what you need, mate, is you need it studding. And I'm like, I don't know what studding means, but
Did they do the famous, right, before they gave you a price? Did they go,
I don't know if I got the parts of the van for that one, mate. So, you know, all this stuff, and I'm like, and I just had to confess. I said,
Well, I've been video editing, so I don't really have time to deal with it.
listen,
I don't even
I've
know what
got to
this
go
is,
back.
just do something.
I've got to go back to Minecraft because I left my guy outside in the
My
outside
statue
world.
Earth needs color in it. It's all gray. It's
So
just idiot.
I've just got my sugarcane farm going, and it's really going well.
Wow.
Oh my God, what's happening now?
We work hard. We play hard.
Great, really adds to the
Wow.
story. So
Well, we've just lost any gay listeners that we might have had for the
what
podcast.
I've gained them from that, Stu. Right, so I had real men in the house.
Yeah.
and like
Like that, real men.
I start to panic, and I start to go, oh, because if these real men had known that when they rang the doorbell, I was attending to my fucking sheep farm in
You were
Minecraft.
dancing naked in your living room.
Or maybe they would come over and go, "Hey, that's a good-looking sheep farm, dude."
So when they say, "Oh, you need this," I just said to the real men, I said, "Listen, real men, I don't know what the fuck you're talking. This is literally what I said to them. I don't know what that means. I don't know what you're talking about. You're gonna have to go."
So which bit did you not know? The stud wall? You didn't know what a stud wall was?
Stood in, and he says, "Oh, you need 2 bases for that," and I'm like, "What does that? What does that even mean? What are you talking about?"
You see, normally, right, a stud wall's an internal wall. It isn't usually something that you build externally or in your
it's internal. It is an internal wall, right? So,
Okay.
so I don't know, right? But then he was talking about, "Oh, you need you want the 1 base or the 2?" I was like, "What are you talking about? What base? I don't need any base. I don't drop the base. What are you talking about?"
It's all about the base.
So, but anyway, that was. I just thought it was quite funny how I was like,
So
"Oh
what-
shit,
what-
real
what-
men are here. I'm gonna pretend that I'm not playing
Well-
Minecraft."
There's some bass.
Oh yeah. Regardless of the base and the real men and the plumber and the hammerer and the stud walls and all that bollocks, what was the outcome of you having something actually done?
That's the least interesting part of the story.
Ah, that's fascinating. We want
Yeah,
to know.
come on, man. We want to know what the fuck you're having done. What are you having done?
On the side of my house, there's a lean-to, and there's a downstairs toilet and a utility room at the back. I'm having it all gutted out and doing it again because it's all gank and shit.
It
You know
was
what I realized
ganky.
recently, Chinny? Like this applies to you too. When I think about all the work the Duchess does in the back of the house, gardening and landscaping and stuff, and all the things that could be done in the house that I could do, and then I think about all the hours I spend on Minecraft
Yeah.
making virtual
Wow.
house.
You could have a whole new house built.
It's
Everything.
It's
so
true.
ridiculous.
Even when they was measuring it up, I was like, I could have this done in 5 minutes in Minecraft. This is ridiculous.
What you need, Ginny, is a duchess. You need a duchess to come round your house and just sort all that shit out for you.
No, she doesn't replace the walls. I mean, don't get it twisted.
Yeah, I bet she could though. She sounds like the sort of person who just like do it.
Hey, I met Jeffrey Archer.
I know. So you said, yeah, he's a nice
Yeah,
man. He's
all
been in
right,
prison for
sounds
tax
like-
evasion and
My
whatever
favorite
the hell it was, perjury.
story time.
So where were you last week, Chinny? Do tell.
I met Jeffrey Archer, so I had to pretend that I didn't Google him 5 minutes before I met him.
Yeah.
What was impressive about Jeffrey Archer? He was very good, by the way, despite
Well,
him.
that is not a pretentious cock, like I think.
He might be a pretentious guy, but this is what's interesting about him, right? He sold more books than the Beatles sold records.
That's probably true.
That's
People
fucking.
love him,
That's
weirdo.
impressive.
That's crazy.
That's impressive. So say what you will about him dodging a bit of tax and whatnot. That's pretty.
So were
good.
you making a video for him?
No, it's part of a thing, and it's a thing where we go to see things.
Oh yeah, that makes total sense.
So one of the things in November I'm going to see. Is it Deborah Meaden?
Oh yeah, from Dragon's Den.
Yeah, I'm meeting her.
Oh yeah. Ooh.
Jeffrey
she's
didn't
like-
have, we didn't have much to say to Jeffrey going. He talked a bit
Did
about.
you get a bit of one-on-one time with him? One-on-one action.
little bit of one-on-one action. Got a photo with him. But he mainly just talked about his books and storytelling and stuff. It was quite
Weirdly, I saw somebody famous this very week as well.
You haven't been round mine, have you?
I have.
Did you meet the new royal baby?
And Millie wasn't impressed because she didn't know who it was.
Oh, okay.
Ever, Dad?
Um,
Who cares?
Yeah, we went to Lytham for the day, for a bit of sunshine and sea and a bit of a
Lytham.
picnic,
Where
whatever.
the fuck is Lytham?
Because the UK
Lytham,
doesn't really have
very
any of those things.
posh. It's a posh
Yeah.
little town next to
Yeah.
Blackpool.
Can we all stop?
I know,
Things
yeah.
haven't changed at all, have they?
So-
since I've-
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Huh, I have a better quality mic. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm trying to tell my story and Duke's butting in, same as normal.
So-
Because
Um,
it's easier for me to butt in with this high quality microphone.
But here's the thing, right? So Chinny, if you imagine like Blackpool's one massive council estate,
okay,
right?
That is.
Which it kind of is,
it is.
and hotels and bed and breakfast. Well, Lytham's kind of like the posh bit on the end of it.
So
so
Lytham sounds like a place where you've cut some of the letters out of it.
It's Lytham St Anne's if you want the full title. So it's kind of posh. Anyway, we were walking along, right, going to get ourselves a nice pork pie, like you do. And, we walked past Jenny Eclair.
Who the fuck is Jenny Eclair?
You don't fucking know who she is. If you Google her, you'll definitely know who she is.
Well, yeah, obviously. You can say that about anyone.
No, I mean, like, if you saw her, you'd know it. She's been on loads of panel shows. She's a female comedian. But she's quite famous. She's been around for a long time as Jenny Eclair. Yeah.
Duke's
nice.
talking, but I can't hear him.
No, we can't tell what he's
She's got white hair and big, thick glasses.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah,
I guess I know who she is, yeah.
But she lives in Livham, apparently. I didn't know this.
Good for her.
But we knew her voice, because if you hear her speak, she's got a very distinctive voice. So I heard her voice.
That's her voice.
She's like, still talk to me like
Yeah.
You just see her.
So,
What?
you know.
What did you say, Duke?
Did you meet her? Or did you just see her?
No, we walked right past her. I'm not one of these people who goes up to famous people. Oh, no, you're Can I have a selfie?
Well, no, you might say, hey, I really like your work on such and such a project.
I can't remember what she's been on. She's been on loads of stuff.
Good that you didn't say anything then.
No, she was with her mum. Her mum's like an old dear, and she's quite old, to be fair.
You should have scared her mom.
They were talking
Hey,
about...
no, give me my money back.
You know, nothing interesting. Just talking to another old woman. I'm just like, man, you're old. So, yeah.
That's what you said. Hey, you're old.
You know what was good about that story, Stu?
What? Nothing.
Nothing at all.
It's like a fucking story about plumbers.
He's met someone famous. It's like on 30 Rock. I've met famous people.
Famous person.
Do you know Evel Knievel's motorcycle picture?
Yeah.
So this show. Why do we do the show again?
So Duke can just like put random sound clips and talk
so that
about
the two fans who like here, look, there we go. I got it right here. It's on yarn.io.
Evel Knievel's motorcycle. Evel Knievel's motorcycle.
You're welcome, 30 Rock fans.
Wow.
Brilliant.
If
you got a story, Duke, do you meet anyone famous this week?
Nope, I don't.
Brilliant.
I remember last time. I mean, DMC. I talked about meeting DMC. That was the last.
I saw the Wu-Tang Clan, Duke.
Oh, that's right. You went to see him in concert with your bro.
With my brother, yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
I did a bit of a stupid thing when I went to there. I went because I didn't realise you'll know the faux pas that I've made when I tell you what happened.
Go.
So when you go into
motorcycle picture,
really,
he can't help himself.
What's the matter with you, Duke?
I thought it was gonna come up silent. To be fair, sorry.
Sure, you did.
So I went to the place, the Manchester Arena, and I went in and you do security checks. Then there's a big sign that says Manchester Arena. I was like, I'll take a picture of that. That looks cool. And then I took a picture of that. And then this woman came straight up to me and went, can you delete that, please? And I went, what? And she went, can you delete that photo? I went, oh, okay. It's a security breach. All right, fine. And then she can you delete it in your deleted folder as well? And I was like, fuck. And then I went in and I was in there 5 seconds. And a guy came up to me. He was like, we spotted you on the cameras. You took a photo. Yeah, I deleted it. He's like, yeah, you can't take photos. I was like, whatever. Like, he's like, no, you're right in here. And but I didn't think it was where the bombing happened for a Grande thing.
Well, yeah, but I get all that. But seriously, you took a picture of the name.
But it's the security front doors.
What are you going to do with it?
What you're taking pictures of, and they don't want to take chances that you might be kissing.
So I was like, oh, shit. But, at the same time, I did think, well, it's better than a bomb, isn't it?
It is. A bit extreme, how they said. But, yeah, I guess I can see it.
I guess so. But we saw the Wu-Tangy Clan and, well, what there was of them. And
they were too cool to sign your brother's leg.
Correct. And we saw Public Enemy, or what there was of them. We saw De La Soul.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice. I like De La Soul.
Good bill.
I really liked De La Soul. They was on for a while before they played something I know, going, oh, this is who they are.
Which was the first one? Ring? Was it Ring that you knew?
I don't remember.
Hey,
how you
doing? Sorry, I can't get through. No,
it's been a week,
and I'll get back to you.
It's been a week since I don't remember anything. But yeah, so that was good fun. Pete seemed to enjoy himself with the Wu-Tangy Clan, and it was all good. So, yeah, that's pretty much. And the reason why I wasn't on the week before, I was in Liverpool.
Liverpool. What were you doing in Liverpool?
Working.
All right. I'm just spitting on my mind.
I was working. I was right by the Albert Dock in Liverpool.
Dock. Now we've lost all Liverpool listeners.
No,
so,
I think they'll hang on. I think they'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
All right.
We lose them when you do stuff.
I know.
I'm okay.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, we're not anythingist, by the way. We just pick on everyone.
What have I told you about being funny, Stu? Just leave that with me. Don't worry about it.
Listen to your brother. I don't even listen to you.
I said, wow. You want me back on the show just to offend me? Is that
to him if I don't listen to you?
That's true. All right.
Exactly.
So how have you two been? Been all right? Everything fine?
Fine.
Not bad. It's been hectic at school, but whatever.
Oh, good.
You
Well,
better as the
I
kids.
I heard the show with Antonio and Rob.
Good.
And all that jazz.
Was it all right? Did we do all right without you? Was it okay?
Yeah, it was all fine. It was all good.
Anyway, I'm very excited. By the way, can I just mention? New Oculus Quest arrives on Tuesday.
Are they coming out now? Are they?
Yeah, I've pre-ordered, man. He is fucking coming. I don't give a shit about you. Yes, coming.
We're all VR crazy last week, so now I got to be like, no, nobody cares.
No, I had a bit of a go on one, Stu.
Oh, a quest.
No, not a quest. The Go.
A Go.
Yeah. Void have got one in their office.
Oh, right, okay.
And I was in there on an unrelated topic, and then I got slightly bored of whatever we were talking about because I saw the Go, and I got distracted and said, "Oh, I want to go on this," but I didn't want to play it too much because I wanted to save it for our video, Stuart.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? Actually, I've got a very good second-hand one for sale if you're interested.
No, I'd rather shove it up my bum.
Good price. I'll give you a good price.
What would it be?
Lucky. Good price.
What's the price?
Oh God, let's get racist with our handling.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they do. Have you ever been to Spain on
Oh,
holiday?
come on. What's the price?
Moving on. I think it's time to talk about what we've been playing.
What have you been playing?
It's not racist because I've been there and I saw someone do this. So
exactly, it's real.
All right, who's starting? Chinny, you should start since you haven't been around.
I was talking about Greek
game.
by the way.
Sure.
So
can I just clarify? We're talking about Greek shopkeepers.
All right.
So he's kind of racist, but not to the same extent.
There's a term called digging a deeper hole, Stu.
Yeah. Well, I don't mind offending Greek people because I doubt many of them listen.
Because fuck Greek people.
Wow.
We love everybody except these sweaty,
disgusting Greek dive out of the shop as soon as you walk past the window and try and sell you something.
Given us
Wow.
It's true. I've been to Greece on holiday. I know what they do.
Wow.
All right, you were going to talk about all the games.
All right, Stu. Just because their economy's down, so they cling on to tourism as much as they can.
This is lockdown.
Let's blame them for it.
Anyway, let's just.
You know what? I'm not comfortable knowing that you're a racist.
But I'm a Greekist.
Greekist racist.
I'm a Grecianist.
Yeah. So obviously I've been away for a while. Are we sticking around this? Shall we keep talking about?
We've got to come up with phrases for being Grecianists.
Right.
Yeah.
So I've been away for a while. So obviously I've been playing loads of variety of different games. Loads of different stuff, different stuff. You know what I mean? Loads of different variety. You know, for the show. So everybody's like, "Oh man, I'm really happy you played that for me. So now I know not to buy it or to buy it." No, I've been playing snooker and Minecraft, which is pretty much what I've been playing.
Not at the same time though. Not like you're not playing snooker in Minecraft.
I could do because I do have snooker on the PlayStation, so I could play Minecraft on the Xbox.
No, but I'm like you can't set up a snooker table in Minecraft.
I was thinking about making a snooker table in Minecraft.
Yeah.
How could you do that?
I don't know.
Pistons. Could you not use pistons to make it work?
No, but I don't think the balls would move.
You could make snooker in Dreams.
Ooh, that's already been done. To be fair.
Yeah.
Although when I did a search for snooker in Minecraft, I found a number of websites where it's like how you can make a snooker table.
There you go. Someone's already did it. But yeah, so I've been playing more Snooker 19. Not much to say about Snooker 19.
Well, there is, because we want to know what you think about all these updates, because you've not been on since they did the major update.
I assume that's the Royal We. I don't give a.
Oh well, yeah, they did do an update where they changed the clock, and they took it off and they put it back on and basically extended it, which is what they should have done. So that's fine. I'm happy with that, but there's still plenty of work to do for snooker in terms of like getting it updated. But to be honest, they said the Switch version was going to be out for the spring as well, and I don't see it. Do you, Stu?
Nope.
So
I think they're too busy making the other ones work properly before they start cracking on with that.
No, I think that's what they're doing. I think they're working on the Switch version.
No, maybe
to get it out. I don't know. I think as I sort of whittle down the list of things they need to update on Snooker 19, which includes like, better transparency on what when you basically for Duke, I'll explain it for Duke. So there's like Rocket League, there's like a ranked and unranked, right?
Yeah.
And for the ranked, it gives you points for certain wins, but it's really vague on what those points are and where they are and what they do, and so there's not a lot of transparency, you see.
So you're not getting like hats when you level up?
Well, you are meant to be getting rewards, but people aren't getting rewards and things like that.
Is that like a new waistcoat?
Yes, exactly that. Yeah.
Do you know? I was taking the piss, and it really is.
It really is that. Yeah. So
you can have a waistcoat with
what else are you gonna fucking unlock?
Here is some yellow chalk instead of blue.
Jesus Christ.
It's snooker.
You don't stick with a game long enough that has customization options. Care about having a new hat or something, but this is important to some.
You don't get a hat in snooker; you get a waistcoat.
I'm saying though, we get a hat in.
Get
a waistcoat in snooker?
What about the top like upgrade or freebie for doing something really cool? Is like patent leather shoes.
Sure, whatever. I don't know who you. I don't know what you're challenging here, but yeah, it's all good. It's fine. It's just that I think that as I look down the list of updates they need to change, I think it's probably going to happen in another game. Whereas, like, I can't see them investing that much more.
They've done a ton of stuff. To be fair to them, they have done a lot of stuff to it, haven't they? They haven't just sort of rested on the laurels and gone, well, it is what it is. Deal with it.
I think there's a process in terms of like, we're going to update it, and this probably happens for all games. It's like we're going to give it like 3 months of support, and then we're going to bin it, and then because at some point they've got to work on the next game, right? That's like just sort of logical. So it's okay. You know what? Like, hey, if you want a good snooker game, there is the whole thing about Stephen Hendry. They're doing a kind of competition on the Stephen Hendry game. Ooh. And if you win that competition, you get to play Stephen Hendry in real life. I think is the thing.
That'd be so exciting.
That would be well, actually, it's Stephen Hendry, so he's one of the most.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I mean, it'd be a good thing to be transpiring, but it'd be so boring.
Stephen Hendry, are you sad or depressed? No, this is the happiest I've ever been.
This is just how I always look.
Yeah, it's all his wedding day photos are just him just looking bored.
You know, if they ever did that experiment, they go, right, show me happy, show me sad, show me whatever. It'd all be the same, wouldn't it? It'd just look the same, whatever they asked him to do.
He's a miserable looking chap, but But hey, it's snooker. It's all fine. So that's one thing that I've been playing. Shall we move on and then come back to me?
Roll the dice, Duke. Let's who's next.
Okay, rolling the dice here. 1 and 2 are. Oh wait, where's the
April Ludgate, professional drinker.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so 1 and 2 are Stu. 3 and are Chinny. 5 and 6 are me.
Yeah.
1.
Hey, it's me. Right, I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to start with the big one, really, that I played this week, which is Life is Strange Season 2, Episode 3 came out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I've got to say, strongest episode of the season so far.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Shit goes down, man. They starts to come together, and all that early sort of like foreshadowing stuff is starting to come to fruition. There you go. I sounded very intelligent there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was actually really happy and satisfied with this episode.
Okay. Is it stronger than the first season,
Yes.
would you say?
Yes. Yeah, I think the first season was kind of a bit more juvenile.
Okay.
If that kind of makes sense. And I can see why teenagers, especially teenage girls, would be into.
My niece is one of them. Yes.
One of those people. The first season, I still love it. I still think it's quite a strong narrative, and I still think it's quite adult in theme. So it's not, although it feels a bit. And you could agree with this, I guess. It feels like it appeals to those, but there is some sort of quite adult themes in the first season.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? This season, I think, is more. Although obviously the juveniles again, who are the stars of the series, it kind of feels a bit more like need to grow up. These kids have, some bad shit's gone down, and they need to grow up fast. And I love what I really liked about this episode is how they dealt with the relationship between the older and younger brother.
Okay. So just give me the gist of the plot. Is it somebody gets shot? Is that the gist?
Without giving too many spoilers, I'm trying not to.
Really top level gist of it.
Top level is
some people are dealing with some stuff.
Some shit goes down which is really bad, and as a result, these two brothers are now on the run from the police. That's probably the best top level I can give without actually giving the reasons why.
Isn't that co-op game where you break out of jail? Isn't that basically the same?
Kind of, but with
different
kids.
way out.
Well, kind of with kids. But I think what's cool about this particular episode, like I say, is the way this relationship is developing between these two brothers now. And they do a really clever flashback that shows where they were before all this happened and where they are now, which I really liked. It kind of puts into context how they've changed so dramatically as a result of what's been going on.
Right.
I really liked it. I thought the ending was great. It was obviously a cliffhanger ending.
Good acting. Good acting.
The acting's pretty solid all the way through. All the voice acting's pretty good.
Better than the first?
Yes, I would have said so.
Cool.
There's still the odd voice actor that's not maybe as professionally sounding as the rest, but that's sort of few and far between. I think it's pretty strong. I do think they've nailed the dialogue a hell of a lot better than the first game. All the hella good stuff's gone. This is just feels like two teenagers talking. You know what I mean? And probably how they would talk to each other.
What's funny about that? I actually heard a teenager say hella.
Did you?
Yeah. And it made me think of Life is Strange. I was like, wow, maybe they got it right, and we're just old, and we just think it's
hella dope, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
hella
bro.
good. Yeah, it's
slapping. That's what the kids do. Slapping.
I would go as far as to say it's almost an excellent episode. I think what he does really well is sets up the final two.
Yeah.
Sort of what potentially where this is gonna go. I mean, I do hope there's some subversion. I hope it doesn't sort of play out as I'm expecting it to from what's happened now, but I thought it was great. I really did. I could see coming what was going to happen. That was probably the only negative if I had one.
Well, I mean, you can say that about most films, to be honest.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like most films that you watch.
But then they sort of foreshadowed all that, so you kind of knew what was going to happen because you could. It's not like they were trying to hide it from you or sort of go, oh, you might think this is actually what's going to happen. It wasn't like there was any twist. It's not like they were trying to sort of catch you out or anything. It was fairly, signed that what was going to happen. So and then obviously it does. So yeah, it's good, really good. It's hard not to recommend this for people. I know people are like, oh, but it's not really a game. I'm not shooting anyone. Or if you've never tried a narrative game before, whereas there's not really puzzles to solve even. The puzzle is kind of just working your way through the dialogue and hopefully picking the right choices to steer the characters in the right direction. I guess that's the best way to describe it. A lot like the Telltale games.
You reckon that's kind of a consequence of them not having the time rewind?
Yeah, there's none of that. There is obviously a supernatural thing going on here, but
I'm saying though, like they could have other puzzles along the way, but it seems like they kind of relied on that tactic.
Yeah, there's no such puzzles at all now. So it really is just narrative. It's narrative, and you're the only way the only agency you have in progressing that narrative is choosing the dialogue.
Yeah.
You know, they've really just done away with any sort of puzzle stuff completely. That's not to say there isn't interaction, because there is stuff that you do, but it's very minimal. What they did especially well in this episode, I'm glad I've just remembered to mention this. There's like a mini game.
All right.
But they do this very clever thing which I've never seen done before, which worked really, really well, because you're working somewhere and you're doing a task, with a group of other people at the same time, and you're doing this thing, and it's like a quick time thing, using the controller and the buttons. But at the same time, people are talking to you, so you've got to do the quick time thing and then be quick enough to change, like choose a response while you're talking to the people. So that sounds really weird, but it kind of makes total sense, because it is like when you're doing something absent-mindedly, when you get to the point where you're just doing it rather than thinking about it, because it's repetitive. It doesn't like give you random buttons. It's always the same thing that you have to do. But it gets to that. It really, like in a video game way, sort of does that thing where you're not really concentrating on what you're doing, but you're doing it anyway. But you're also talking to someone at the same time.
Has it changed? Has it changed much graphically? Is it more impressive, or is it about the same? Or...
Yes and no. It looks fine. It is what it is. It looks great. The art style works. It's very similar, but I do think it looks a bit more detailed. I think it does look a bit better.
Okay.
But it doesn't make a lot of difference, really. It's more about the story. It does a great job of like places. When you're in somewhere where you are, you have a real sense of place.
So where's it based?
I think they're heading south, so I don't know the exact location. But from where they start in America, they're trying to get to Mexico.
Oh, dear.
So that's where they're headed.
Oh, they are on the run, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, totally on the run.
Cool. Is there no sort of jarring plot points? It all seems like, yeah, that's fairly sensible stuff.
Not yet, no. I thought the second episode dragged a little bit, if I'm being totally honest. I wasn't blown away with the second episode. But it did enough. It was kind of like a bridging episode, it felt like, between the first and the third.
Yeah.
But the third is definitely where I feel like stuff is starting to happen.
Okay.
It was great. I thought the ending was excellent. Really, really excellent.
Cool.
So I'm totally looking forward to the
satisfied customer.
Very. Yeah. It's a while since I've felt this sort of engaged with a narrative in a game.
Yeah.
I think they've done such a great job, and I hope it gets better in the next one. I don't really know what's going to happen next, so that's kind of cool. I don't know where it's going to go from the end of this, but it can only kind of get worse, which is a bit like, ooh, so I don't know, or better. I don't know.
Cool.
So it's good, really, really excellent. So totally recommend it. If you've ever played a Telltale game and really liked it, or played the first Life is Strange and like that, then there is absolutely no reason you shouldn't play this.
Yeah. Do you think I would like it?
I think you'd like it better than the first one.
Oh, okay.
Because I think you'd find it more relatable. I think the first one for you would probably be a bit too juvenile almost, and so I don't think you'd. I think you'd find like you said, I think you found the dialogue a bit jarring.
Yeah, it's just a little bit lame.
Yeah. Whereas
I think the second one have a funky, fresh club music mix.
I got my nails done, hair done, everything good.
No, it doesn't. So yeah, totally loved it. So yeah, I can't recommend it enough.
Cool.
Really liked it a lot.
All right.
Coolio.
Oh, nothing else to say.
All right, so here's me. It's my turn. So I've been playing Rocket League. It's a new season. Oh yeah. So we got new goal explosions at the start of, for whatever you ended up as your rank last season. And they're not great. They're better than the last set of goal explosions they gave out, but they're still pretty dumb. What happens is that there's this like silver and whatever, like metal and then gold or platinum or whatever rank you got to, thing that kind of locks over the goal when you score, and then it explodes and it shatters.
I have this vision of the board meetings now, where they make Rocket League, and they're sat there going, anyone got any ideas for new goal explosion?
Anything. Any ideas? Any ideas?
What have you got? Give it to me.
What if fruit came out of it? We already did that.
I could see one of them just sort of sat there, like looking around, thinking, and then going,
butterflies.
No, I've got nothing.
I already did butterflies. Yeah. Anyway, so there's not much to say about Rocket League. Minecraft, I haven't really been on the server much. I finished my new house at the village, and I put the Springfield sign up, but there's not much to say about that. I think that I said that last time. I've also been playing Grid 2 and Battlefield 4 because I have this new fancy big hard drive, and so I was like, I'll add games that I haven't played.
Oh, Grid 2 as in the driving game?
Yeah.
Wow. I didn't know you were into driving games, dude. Not like sim-type ones, anyway.
Not really, but once in a while I get the itch, especially after playing some Rocket League. Like, if it's been a frustrating day, sometimes a racing game can give you that same, thrilling speed sensation, but without all the whole, like, needing to score and be accurate thing.
Yeah.
So that's why Grid's good, and it's, it's a solid racer. I kind of want something a little more track-based.
So can I just ask, is Grid not track-based? I thought it was all...
It is. It's just, it's in a city, I don't know.
Right, okay.
It's kind of silly, the distinction, but in my mind, for some reason, I think of like Forza 2 as like the best driving sim game that I've ever played. And it's, I remember adding parts to cars and
Do you know what you need, Duke? What you need is an Xbox One, right? Because if you bought one of those, you'd be able to get the newest Forza game, and you might really like that. Who knew?
Hey, I should totally do that.
You should totally do that.
You should totally do that.
Anyway, I also got back into Battlefield 4 for some reason because I was just like, wanted to play it again. And it's such a great game. I love that game. And I actually got to be in second place on my team today during a game that I was playing. I was so proud of myself. I'm like, look at this, second place. What? So that was pretty cool. The problem with that game, of course, is that if you have someone on the other team who is, part of a squad, like if they're a bunch, they have friends on and they're all talking to each other, they're going to dominate the game. It doesn't take much to do that because everyone else on the other team is all split apart.
Yeah.
So I played some Battlefield 1 as well, but I haven't gotten Battlefield 5, and I'm pretty sure that's one of the only Battlefield games I haven't purchased.
Do you know, I feel like there was hardly anything mentioned when Battlefield 5 came out. I don't even remember being any sort of fanfare.
Didn't do really well.
But I barely remember it coming out even. Like most of the Battlefield games I remember. I remember 1 because you were talking about all the little vignettes of the story and how that worked. I just don't remember hearing anybody talk about Battlefield 5 much.
No.
I know I'm not interested because it's World War II, and like I like Battlefield 4 because it's got, modern weaponry, and if there's a tank, you can do something with it. In Battlefield 1, if there's a tank that shows up and you're on foot, you're dead. The end. Like there's nothing you can do about it. You might be lucky enough to have one of the anti-tank grenades, but that's not going to do much. Whereas in Battlefield 4, you can put some mines down, you get your RPG out, like you can do some damage. So I don't know. I like having ways to deal with machinery in Battlefield 4 in a way that you don't have in Battlefield 1. On the other hand, Battlefield 1 is kind of smooth in certain ways. So when you zoom in and stuff, like, when you spawn in, it kind of zooms in from the map down to the ground level, which is a pretty cool. It's an aesthetic detail, but it's pretty nice. So whatever.
Yeah, I mean, do you think at this point that Battlefield is not done, but sort of getting to the stage where people aren't that bothered anymore?
I think just what Battlefield has always done well is the conquest map, and I think Battlefield 1's conquest maps, I can't speak for 5, but I think they're as good as anything. And I think there's a place in the gaming world for large conquest maps because Call of Duty doesn't cut it. And for those of us who aren't into the Battle Royale thing, it's still a great game mode.
Do you think the Battlefield 5 thing was affected by the Battlefront 2 stuff and all the controversy surrounding that, and that had a knock-on effect?
Maybe. Mm-hmm.
I think it might have been affected by Battle Royale.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. Well, they were meant to have one, but they were only releasing it so long after the actual game came out.
Yeah, it might be
and
out
stuff.
now.
Is that-
Like, but
yeah,
you
who
know,
knows? I've never heard anything.
You know, I think Call of Duty made a better effort for it, whereas they I don't know, just didn't. I just think they've got to reset the formula a little bit.
Yeah, but you see, I always come back to this, and I come back to this all the time, you know, and it's the same applies to Call of Duty. How do you reset that formula? What can you do that's different enough that people will go, yeah, that's why I want to play this game again.
Well, you can't. I don't think you
can.
can.
No.
Especially Call of Duty. Call of Duty is a machine. Do you know what I mean? Call of Duty is like is an ongoing machine. Maybe with Battlefield they have a little bit more.
You see, I thought
saying what to do.
What was interesting with the last Call of Duty, they just completely did away with the first, the narrative. They got rid of the first person, story mode. Just got rid of it. And I think that was kind of an innovation because it was kind of brave, wasn't it? Because, I mean, when we've always seen the show reel for Call of Duty at E3 or whatever it is, it's all about the story mode.
Yeah.
Even though nobody give a shit. And they took that brave decision, and it kind of worked for them, They concentrated on Battle Royale, but the twist was it's made up of all old maps from different Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
So they did enough to differentiate. I don't know what Battlefield can do.
No, I don't know. I think it's lost its audience. There was a dedicated audience to Battlefield, and I think they've lost their way. And I think they've lost them to Fortnite and Apex. Because the kind of games Battlefield was like it borrowed itself to sort of open world kind of chaos, And I think Apex lends itself to that audience. So I think they've lost them.
And I think that the other issue you've got is with Apex Legends being like free, and Fortnite being free.
No, I don't buy that argument. Because people bought Battlefield.
Yeah, but why are you going to buy that now when you can have as equally a good experience?
It's all about the
and not have
quality.
to pay
It's
for
all
it?
about the quality of experience. I don't really put it down to price as much now, because I know people bought Battlefield when it was popular. I just think that Battlefield has been around for a long time. It's run its course. It's done a whole generation of doing the same thing. The 360 PS3 generation, Battlefield pretty much did the same thing all the way through it. And there's not much of a drive for it. People kind of get stale with the same formula.
Yeah, I mean to be honest, Step J's put in the chat like Apex has died off quite.
I don't
well.
buy that because it's died off, but it's still pretty decent. But
there's always a peak, isn't there? They get
there's
to
a peak. It peaked, but there's people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking people playing Apex, and Fortnite has gone down a bit because of Apex. I mean.
I still see stories all the time on Fortnite, though. Fortnite's always doing something. They've got the John Wick skin out now, haven't they?
Yeah,
So
you got
that's
John
kind of
Wick's
the next
house
thing.
in there and all that sort of stuff. But for Apex to take something off Fortnite was pretty impressive, and it still has, as far as I know. And a lot of people that I know are still playing Apex and love it. And I would be if I wasn't so addicted to another game.
If you weren't playing freaking snooker all the time.
But no, that's not the game I'm addicted to, I'm afraid.
You are you really are snooker loopy, aren't you? You've gone snooker mad.
No, that's not the game I'm addicted to. Snooker is not the game that I'm addicted to.
It isn't?
No.
What, have you got a new game you're addicted to?
No.
He's getting to that. All right.
All right then.
Ready? Okay, it's 3.
Okay.
I think, right?
Doesn't matter. I have a bit of an illness.
Uh-oh.
I am addicted to Minecraft.
Oh my God! You're just putting blocks together.
Yeah.
It is.
You know what, Stu? That's not what the game is. It's transforming worlds. It's terraforming. It's constructing statues. It's making campfires. It's dealing with villagers. It's a beautiful playbox.
Well, we've been through the villager thing. I'm not going over that again.
Well, that's not what Chinny's doing, so let's let him talk.
So it's quite apt actually because it's Minecraft's 10th anniversary. It's pretty amazing, and it's proved that Minecraft isn't really going to go anywhere. It's such a cool thing. I absolutely love it. I absolutely adore it. And my relationship for new listeners. My relationship with Minecraft is that when it came out on the 360, I kind of got really, really into it. and then I dropped off because we had a shared server, which was basically somebody's Xbox, and that went away and kind of like it all petered out. And then I remember thinking about it sort of recently, and then roughly about the same time, Phil Thee bought a Realm and pays a monthly fee for a Realm.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's what I mean. I can't play Minecraft on my. There's
So
no.
how much does a Realm cost a month then?
Duke, you need to help me out here for this. I'm afraid.
I actually don't know.
You Google that while I carry on.
Yeah, Google that. Google it.
So he bought this Realm, and the reason why I love the Realms is because I don't really like building in Minecraft if there's no one else to see what I've done. I kind of feel like it's all pointless if there's no one to see it. I just think like, well, what's the point in making anything? It's dumb.
$4 a month.
$4 a month. So it's nothing.
Well, that's not too bad.
It's nothing crazy if you're using it.
No, it
a
isn't.
lot. So yeah, that's where I fall off. You know, if I try and play Minecraft, you know, and I've been teasing playing. I've been looking into Realms for like the last year. I've always gone, oh, if they had the Realm sorted, I'd love to play it. You know what I mean? I'd love to do it. And then it never happened. Then Phil all of a sudden just said, we've got a Realm. And I went, oh shit. So then I'll get into that. And because I'm a massive twat, I built that statue of me. Because like the last thing I made was that house in the old server. I made a big house, and I've got this thing about I need to make the biggest thing in the world, and everybody's got to see it, and it's all about me. All right, so fuck everybody else, and yeah. So I built this statue, and then but this is what happens, right? So you build a statue. And then I go, okay, I built my statue. That kind of looks cool, but it's all made of cobblestone. So what I really want to do is make it look a little bit better. So how can I make it look better? So I can make it into concrete. But how do you make concrete? Well, you got to have sand and gravel. Right. Well, if I'm going to be mining all this stuff, I need better tools. So I've got to get better tools. So how do I get better tools? Right.
Mining.
And then get some mining. And then what you really want good tools, you got to enchant your tools. And I go, okay, so how the fuck do I do that? And then if you really want to be efficient, you can make farms. I was like, all right, so let's do some farms. And then if you really get into it, you can make automated farms, and you start YouTubing that. So I've probably put in as equal time to watching videos about making shit in Minecraft than I have playing Minecraft. But it's fascinating. I mean, like it is truly.
There's so much
fascinating. It's like from a somebody needs to write like a book on it because it's so interesting. How I saw one video on YouTube. I want to talk about this video because I found it really interesting. Was so basically you got two YouTubers come together on this video, and one of them is an expert in redstone. So for people that don't know, redstone is basically circuitry. It's the circuitry in. Oh, we got a new follower on fucking Twitch. Hello.
Hello.
Redstone is basically circuitry. It's how you wire things. It's wires, right? So you can do really, really clever stuff with redstone. This is nothing new. I realise people who know Minecraft, this is old shit, right? So, but then you've got another YouTuber who specialises in builds. So what this chap does is he's not interested in redstone. He very rarely builds anything in redstone. So he very rarely makes anything mechanical. He just makes things that look pretty. That's his thing, right? He just makes things that look cool. And they challenged each other to make certain things, but one is purely functional in redstone, and the other is build. And like, so like the challenge was, well, what's the best farm that you can build? So the person who could build really good stuff, he made this beautiful farm, and it looked like a greenhouse. Honestly, you look at it and you're like, wow, that's like an artist. Do you know what I mean? He's built something that looks so cool. It's like a real greenhouse, and it's all wooden houses and greenhouses. Amazing. It's really like, it just looks stunning how he's made it, make it like a garden, a courtyard, and everything. So his thing is to make everything aesthetically pleasing. However, the redstone guy, it's all about production, right? It's all about making it function. So he makes these monstrous, horrible constructions, but out of redstone,
super practical.
But super practical. And they have a little competition on who made what. So that opened my eyes into like, shit. Like, I'll never do everything in Minecraft because you've got two YouTubers here that have probably played Minecraft since the day it came out, and one of them only does builds and one of them only does redstone, and they don't cross over. All right, so it's like, because I'm a bit of like, I want to do everything, and then that.
So let me ask you, right? You've watched both of these YouTubers at
Yeah.
length, I'm guessing.
Just that video,
what-
really. I watched a bit of one of them, yeah, but like just that video, yeah.
So what have you actually implemented in your builds as a result?
That's a good question, Stu, because it leads to a very stupid fucking answer, which is fuck all, right? Because I looked, because you look at you go down this rabbit hole, right? So you start going, okay, so to make this, I need this, but to get that, I need a better this, and to that, and then I need to go into the nether. So how do I get into the nether? Right, I'm scared of the nether. I don't know what it is, but there's all sorts of things in the nether that I need to do things in this world. What the fuck am I doing with my life? And then the plumber rings my doorbell.
There you go. That's what cocked it up. Otherwise, you'd have redstone buildings.
So I'm fascinated.
Aesthetically pleasing shit going down everywhere.
I'm fascinated that about automated farms. I am absolutely intrigued about automated farms. I'm so.
I couldn't give less of a shit about it.
Say again.
I couldn't give less of a crap about it. I don't know why.
I think
if I have enough food to eat, that's plenty.
No,
that's
what I love about it, because I love the efficiency of them, all right, and the automation of them, and just like, wow, and I'll be like a fucking god if I get this farm right.
Oh, my leather.
So that's why I built that. I built like a mob spawner and it doesn't work, right? So Stu, right? So a mob. Can you take an educated guess what a mob spawner is?
Yeah, it spawns like zombies and
correct
baddie things, so you can farm them basically. I know some stuff about Minecraft.
So it does that, but what happens is you put water in the world in a way where they move down and then they fall to their death, and then you've got these things called hoppers, right? And what the hoppers do is they basically transfer stuff.
And can I just say, this isn't something that was built into the game. This is just something that someone came up with and went, no, well, I can
That's the thing about Minecraft is that it has all these emergent properties. What it does is it gives you a few things. You can use those to make tools, use those tools to make other stuff, and then use those other. Like, it's all about how the different ways you can combine things.
Well, then, like real life, it's like innovating, isn't it? And so necessities and
genius.
Invention. I need shit off these, so this is what I do.
People have made computers using redstone. Like, it's insane.
It is insane. So, I made this mob spawner so I could automate monster shit, right? And it didn't work, and I couldn't really work out why it didn't work, and I read up a few reasons why it might not be working, and I was fucking gutted. I was like, oh my god, I can't fucking get this fucking stupid thing working that took me 2 hours to make, and I was like, oh fuck this, and then I hadn't really. Like I made my statue, I did other things, I didn't really do anything with it, I just kind of carried on. And then I was like, oh, I'll check the chest. It was all still there. And there was 2 pieces of string in the chest, which means that there was a spider in there at some point. And it died. And I was like, I know it wasn't a lot, and I know this isn't exactly like the most automatic, productive shit.
That doesn't sound like a mob spawner,
no,
does it really?
But
it means
I got so much fucking joy out of those 2 pieces of string. I was like,
just
yes,
you got something.
Yes, I got something.
Anything.
Fire on the island. I have string.
And see, this is I literally did this today, right? So I worked for 17 hours straight yesterday.
Jesus Christ.
On a Saturday. I know, what a trooper, right? We had a long day.
Job. You're talking about working at your job.
At my job, yes. I'm my real life working life.
No, it wasn't. It doesn't mean working 17 hours straight in Minecraft.
To it. Today you worked how long on Minecraft?
So I had a long day yesterday. So I completely justified just fucking monging and playing Minecraft today. And today I was like, I am going to start a fucking little farm, because for some reason I've been like really apprehensive about starting a little farm. And I know Duke's in the chat here, and he's like, "What are you talking about? Starting a farm? It's nothing. You just put stuff down." But like, because it's something new, and I like what I predominantly do in Minecraft is just I build stuff and I knock stuff down and make stuff look. I shape stuff to how I want it to look, but I don't make it look pretty. But I'm pretty impressed with my statue. It kind of looks exactly how I wanted it to look. But
yeah, it's a good statue.
It's a good start, but it could look better, and then that's where I'd usually fall off. So I was like, you know what, I want to do farming. I want to just understand the farming bit better. So I did, but I refrained from Googling everything, because what I discovered how to attract cows into my little farm, right? And again, Duke will listen to this and be like, well, this is a no-brainer, how to do this. But I didn't know how to do it, right?
No, I know what you mean. It's nice to discover stuff for yourself.
I didn't know. I was like, I did not know how to. I was like, how am I going to get this fucking cow in this fucking farm? All right, so I kept on fucking...
Because that's funny that you thought I need to get him into my farm. Because when I first started out, I was like, okay, put a bunch of dirt around the cow. Now he can't move. All right, create a tunnel from where he is to where I want him to be.
Yeah.
And just the whole way.
Yeah, but I don't want to ruin my landscape, right? So like, I'm trying to like flatten everything.
Yeah,
so,
find a more elegant way of getting.
Yeah, I suppose so. So I was like, how the fuck? I kept on nudging him, and because the cows are really fucking derpy in Minecraft, so they just look at you like, what? And
what you need is a lead. I mean, that's the easiest way if you can get a lead. But
see, I looked on the crafting thing, and I was like, I'm sure I saw a lead somewhere. And I was like, well, I couldn't find it.
Could you not use your string?
So I no.
You also need slime balls.
I've got slime balls.
Oh well, then fuck. You should make it a lead, idiot.
So, but I couldn't find the lead. Idiot. One thing I don't like about Minecraft is like to find stuff that you're trying to craft when you don't know where it is. A fucking
but see, you shouldn't do it that way. What you should do is you should Google Minecraft lead, and then it'll show you the recipe, and then you just put the recipe in yourself.
Yeah, see, that's it.
Use the prescriptions for what you're making. You should make it yourself. That's the satisfaction.
Yeah.
Figure out where the sticks go.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm old school like that.
Are the leads reusable after I use them?
Yeah, absolutely. You make them, you got them forever.
So yeah. Anyway, I'm glad I didn't find that out, dude, because I found out the other way that you attract animals to certain places.
Yeah.
And I was just happened to holding some wheat, and Tara was sitting next to me, and this fucking cow went mad at me, and he couldn't stop fucking. And I was like, oh shit, it's attracted to food. Of course, I didn't think of that. And then I was like, oh shit, this fucking stupid cow wants this wheat. That makes total sense. This is the thing about Minecraft. It's all logical, right? And it's like, oh, of course.
Not all of it, but a lot of it.
But then I go, all right, well then I'll attract a fucking another thing, and then it didn't work on chickens, and I was like, of course, but chickens don't want wheat. What do they have? Seeds. They fucking love seeds. So of course I put seeds in my hand, and sure enough, the chicken went fucking apeshit. So now I don't know what pigs like. For some reason, pigs do not like wheat or seeds.
Yeah, that's pretty stupid. This is not logical.
So I held cooked
carrots.
beef.
What about a carrot?
Carrots are not easy to find because you have to find them in villages. I discovered, but I tried cooked beef, but then I'm basically holding its own carcass against him.
I don't think that.
So enlighten me, Duke.
What the pigs like, Duke?
Carrots.
Oh, there you go. I guessed it.
Yay, Stu was right. That doesn't make sense. Pigs don't really like carrots. Rabbits.
Well, they do. To be fair, pigs will eat pretty much anything.
They carrots about as much as they like shit on a shingle. So
they chew through bone like butter.
Yeah. Hens. Why? When I used to work in restaurants years ago.
Hence the phrase, as greedy as a pig.
There you go.
And hence, like I was about to say, when I used to work in restaurants back in the day, we used to have what was called the pig swill, which was all the leftovers for the food, and the farmers used to come and collect it to feed the pigs.
There you go.
Pigs. Who's talking to you, boy?
So we'll
we'll
get off Minecraft shortly because I realise the game is fucking 10 years old. I'm still talking about
very
this
old.
stupid shit.
It's a great game.
But it is a great game.
Probably like Minecraft.
Sure. So this is sort of I had a diamond pickaxe. I figured out how to enchant it, Duke. I was very, very proud of myself. I was like, what?
Did you make your own enchanting table, or did you go to the community workshop?
I went to the community one, but the reason why I wanted to grow sugar was because so I could get a book, so I could fucking build my own little fucking table.
Yeah.
And then I realised, you need bookshelves to power it, and I was like, oh shit, this is all getting very complex. And I enchanted it, and I don't know what enchantment I put on it, but I put some sort of thing on it. And
what does he do now then?
I don't know, but the thing is, I fucking lost it because when the plumbers came, I stupidly left my man in Minecraft just alone.
Oh no! And the mobs are turned on.
The mobs are turned on a weekend. I was like,
no.
Fuck. And I was
came back. It was dead.
Yeah. That's exactly what happened. So I was dead. I couldn't remember where I was. I was like, where was I?
God, oh God, no, you lost.
Yeah, the trouble is with Minecraft though, it's a big place.
Yeah, it's a big place. So I lost that. So this is my plan. So I've got my statue, right? And what was happening was my statue was on a big. What I did, one of the first things that I did when I got into this realm was I looked for the highest piece of land closest to the kind of area where everybody is.
That's
right?
what I did too. That's why I ended up on that. Yeah.
So I went, right, where's the highest piece of land? I'm going to build my big fuck off statue so everybody knows that I'm the boss. And then no one cared. But what I noticed was my actual statue is next to another piece of land that's quite high. And I didn't like that because I have an ego problem. So now I've been trimming, and it's took me fucking ages, but trimming this massive piece of land down, bit by bit, and trimming it down, and then I get bored and then I do something else. So that's my plan there. I've got a little farm in front of. I live in a cave, and so my living quarters aren't glamorous, but oh my God, you'd be very impressed with my organisation skills, Duke. I've got all my chests sort of embedded into the wall. I've got signs for every item.
Now, wait, when you say signs, are you talking about like...
No, the picture signs.
Like
picture
leather
signs.
Frames.
Leather.
So you really want to be skilled like me. You need to have leather frames. You put an object representing each
That's
thing.
it. That's what I've done.
Oh, you have? All right.
Yes, that's what I've done. Yeah,
you get seal of approval.
So I put like little objects. So like everything's got a picture next to it. What it is. And it's huge. My collection of chests. So it's all very, very organised. And
nice.
Yeah, and so I've been building that. And my plan is to basically build Chinny Land.
Okay, I like the sound of this.
And just kind of just.
It'd be like something out of a nightmare.
So what I've done is the staircase to my statue now perfectly aligns to my legs, right? But there's lots of land in front of it. So what I want to do is kind of make it so the only thing that tall is my statue. So I'm trimming everything down around it very, very slowly. So because I've got a bit of a problem. There are some people. There's an entrance. Somebody's got like a cave to one of their bases at the back of the statue. I'll allow it. They didn't ask for planning permission, but that's fine.
I'll allow it.
I'll work around it.
Do stuff like that on a server with 15 people on it, because it's like there's so much room.
Yeah.
What you should do.
Like Scott Kelly put this big fuck off wall all around his property.
Well, I was gonna say you should have put some sort of fencing or something. It's like keep off my property or fucking.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, you could choose 10 million miles away. That's why I like having the village where I'm at. I can just keep expanding and expanding forever. Nobody's nearby.
Yeah, but no one's gonna see that shit.
You know what? I was thinking about this too. We spend so much time making the builds, and I made that temple and the gray ball of fire and everything, and I'm gonna do roller coasters. The roller coasters are different because people can ride them, but for the most part, you make a build and people go, "That looks really cool." The end. Like that's it. That's all you get from these hours and hours of work.
It's true. Don't say that because I've been addicted to it.
But I know the feeling. It's absurd when you think about like I could do this on my own server, but I want people to see it.
I want people to see it.
Yeah, but you see, I think Duke's is cooler because someone might just stumble across it.
No one's gonna stumble across it. What are you talking about?
Wow, how far away is it?
Here's the thing, though. This is the other thing the Nether is good for, Chinny. In the Nether, we've made some tunnels, and if you go wandering through the tunnels, occasionally you'll see a portal, and it'll just be like, "Oh, I wonder where this goes." And you go through the portal, and you're in my town of Springfield. So that's a chance that people not stumble upon it, but they will see it if they follow the tunnel in the.
So it is miles away, is it, from the main bit?
It is, but if you take through the Nether, it's divided by 8, so you can move very quickly through things in the Nether. When
I was fascinated, I think I forgot who had it, but someone's built a map in their house.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the map, and I'm guessing the map is way bigger than that. Like, I don't know how big is the map of Minecraft. I don't. Is there an
I was
end?
playing a server recently where I randomly teleported, and it was like 14,000 by 25,000. That was the coordinates that I was at, and I was like, okay, this is a very big map. So different servers have different size maps.
So we don't know how. This is what's so cool. Like, we have no idea how big our world is.
Where does the world end?
The one thing the Realm system does need, though, is what a lot of PC servers have, which is called a Dyne map, which is like a real-time representation. It's isometric, so you can see the builds from a sort of isometric 3/4 view, right?
Yeah.
That would be really cool if we had that on our server.
That would be cool, yeah, because then we could just look at
experience that come with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. In the meantime, Mark, really cool video. So thanks to Mark. What?
Yeah. So as I say, I've been pretty sort of trapped into it for a long time. And so what I was saying is, if you have some attachment to Minecraft and you haven't got into it for a while, check out the server, contact the Overseas Connection or Filthy, and he'll get you in.
Maybe a way. It's called Overviewer. This may be a thing that allows us to make a map of our realm.
Oh, look into it, please.
Ooh.
I'd be very interested in that. But I'm needed. I just love it. You know what, as well, because Tara doesn't get Minecraft. She's very understanding with my video game hobby, and she's very sort of like, she likes video games and all that sort of stuff, but she just doesn't really get Minecraft, right?
Sorry, we need Linux. That's not happening.
All right, and I said to her, like, Minecraft is not stressful. All right, true. It can be. There are parts, but most of the time I'm just building stuff. I'm just chilling out. It's very therapeutic.
Yeah,
and like
right. I included it on my article about playing video games mindfully. It's because you're chopping virtual wood and you're carrying virtual water.
And I'm just like, after a stressful day at work, I'm in this world. No one bothers me. I'm just chopping away. I'm just doing my little thing, and it's fun. That's all I'm doing, and I love it. I just absolutely love it. I've been fascinated with it. I've not played Assassin's Creed Origins. I was thinking about buying Rage 2. But the only reason that I was going to buy Rage 2, do you know the only reason? Was to
have something new to talk about on the show.
News to talk about on the show. That was it. And then
I've not heard great things, to be fair.
I've heard decent things, so and I have been slightly interested in Days Gone, but honestly, and and people listening to this podcast going, "Oh, I wish they were playing new games." Like, at the moment, the way I feel, like, not that I'm all sad and depressed or anything, it's just like, work's busy and all this sort of stuff. I just kind of want to chill when I'm playing my video games. So, if you want to play Minecraft with me, or Snooker,
join the Realm.
Then join the Realm. So that's pretty. I'll shut up about Minecraft because we've been talking way too long about it. But
all right, here comes the dice. Hey, it's Stu.
Yay! Sorry, I'd forgotten it was me. Right, here we go. I've forgotten that was coming. Right, you know how much you're liking Snooker 19?
Yes.
Well, I like the game of cricket.
Oh, really?
Indeed, I do.
So you can't give me any shit about being boring.
Yeah, exactly. And there's a demo out for Cricket 19.
Okay.
So I was like, ooh, Snooker 19, that's good. Let's try the Cricket 19 demo. So 23 gigabytes later.
Wow.
That's
not that much. Like, when you look at fucking Red Dead being 100, like, don't worry about
it. I guess, but it's a demo. And in this demo, it's got this, right, create your own players, stadium, fucking everything shit going on, ground, a lot.
That's better than Snooker.
Right, and I get it, right? I get it. If you play at a local team and you've got your own little club, you can recreate that little club within it, so you can play at your own local ground or whatever, even if it's only like a little one, you know, and not like the massive sort of Lords or whatever, or Old Trafford. But I wanted to play the game. I want to go, right, how do you play the game of cricket? Even if they're giving you like just a 3-over match against somebody to give you, a bit of an idea of how the game plays. It doesn't even give you access to the tutorials. They're locked. Nice. So you go into there's like a bowling mini game, a batting mini game, and then like a practice nets thing, so you can like practice in the nets, but doesn't tell you how to play because you can't access the tutorials. So I've never played any of these cricket games before. I'm guessing maybe I should have done. Whatever. It's similar to the golf club in the way it's decided to go with this. So it's kind of use the analog stick, backwards for your backswing. And it does a kind of a thing. If you want to do a hook, for instance, you could go backwards and then to the left on the analog stick, and that does a hook. If you want to do like a slice, it does sort of go to the right-hand side. But it didn't feel intuitive at all. No. Right, you're meant to look at when the bowlers come in. There's like this weird like half circle on him, and it's meant to tell you which direction he's going to bowl in. But I had no clue. And maybe, just maybe, if I'd had access to the tutorials, maybe I could have figured out a bit more what I was supposed to be doing. It just seems the weirdest decision ever to release a demo that doesn't actually tell you how to play the game. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Because I like cricket, and I thought I might be interested in a cricket game, but after playing this demo, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm just like, forget it. If you'd have shown me how to, even just a little bit, just a fucking little bit, basics or something.
Yeah. Even like a video. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything at all, just to show me how to play. I mean, I've had a look on YouTube. People are excited about this game. People like, oh, it's going to be amazing. Look at this one I've made. And it gives you full access to all the creative stuff.
Okay.
So you can create your own players, your own team. So you can, in essence, right, say you played in your local village cricket team, you could try and make the players look like the people you played with.
That's pretty cool.
And I get that, and I think that's well cool, but I don't. I don't play my local village team, so I couldn't give two shits about that.
Fair enough.
I just want to have a go at playing cricket. I'm not asked about making it look like whatever.
Yeah.
But I guess for those people who are into that stuff, that's very cool.
Oh yeah, you know what? If that had came into the Snooker 19, if Snooker 19 did all that, I'd be fucking absolutely buzzing. But it doesn't.
Yeah, but what would you create? Who would you create?
Well, me.
Well, I get that. I get you. Would you create anyone else, though? Because the whole point of the cricket thing is you could create the whole team.
But you don't really do that in snooker, do you? You don't create a team.
No, that's about
Jeffrey Archer, huh?
Jeffrey Archer.
Yeah, maybe one of the players like Jeffrey Archer. I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
So yeah, but like it sounds like it's got some decent features in it. I don't like cricket because it's the most boring sport alive. But I think if snooker.
You see. I can't agree with you there.
Yeah, because now there's a new kind of cricket that's.
I can agree, right? I can agree that there's sort of if you're not into a test match and the 5-day play and all that stuff, it can.
Oh, here we go. So you can shit on snooker every time you
just justify my position.
Fucking every time you can't even. At least I say cricket right, and I don't say croquet or something like that.
No, snooker. But the more recently, and I say recently, it's probably in the last sort of 15 years or so, but they brought in the 2020 game, which is very exciting. So it's only 20 overs per team.
So boring, though.
And then, like, the one-day internationals recently have been fucking amazing, and gone right down to the wire, down to the last overs and stuff, which is very exciting.
People only watch cricket because it's an excuse to get pissed for 5 days.
No, because there's short games now, and the day-night matches are pretty cool.
Yeah, so they only drink to get pissed for 3 hours instead.
Exactly.
It's like baseball in the States. Come on.
It is.
But what I think is kind of cool about cricket, and diss it all you like, but they've adapted and sort of changed with the times.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they realise that people might not want to just sit and watch a 5-day game or even a 1-day international that lasts a whole day. Sometimes people just want, 20 overs each to watch, something exciting, which is interesting. So they've adapted and they've upgraded and they've done different stuff.
Different things are exciting. You think 20 overs is exciting? We don't. The end.
Snooker have done things.
So what have they done to make it more exciting?
So there's 6 red snooker now.
All right, okay, but is that really caught on?
Yeah, there's the six red snooker world championship as well.
This is the first time I've ever heard of this.
Well, fuck you then. And then the other thing they do is they had a shot timer as well in the league matches.
Okay, I can see that
to quicken up the matches and stuff. So yeah, they've done things. They play music when people walk in. Everybody fucking hates it.
They play music.
Like everybody when they started introducing music walk-ins, everybody fucking kicked off in the snooker world. It's like, oh, this is fucking ridiculous.
I think it is wrestling.
No, everybody compared it to darts. It's like, fucking darts.
All right,
darts,
okay, yeah.
Fucking hell. She's mad.
What the fuck?
I'm leaving it. Yeah,
that is it. I'm done.
Look, I like snooker. I like snooker to be snooker. You know, I want snooker to be proud of how boring it is. And own it, you know, which I think cricket does, in a way. And people just go, yeah, it's just, you get fucking wrecked. It's great. And I think snooker.
It used to be better. I mean, back in the day, you used to be able to take a cooler of beers in with you.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
They can't do that because people start stabbing each other and killing each other.
Well, there's that, and also they want to sell you their own beer now. You know, it's a business. Let's make money. Whereas back in the day, it was like, take your cooler in with all your beers in and your tinnies, and you just sit up on the stand, fucking open your box, and away you go.
It was a different world back then.
It was a different world. It's true. It totally was.
We don't live in 1994 anymore.
I know.
Well, we should, man. That was
fucking should, man. That was when it was cool.
Okay, great again. Oh wait.
That was when it was cool to like cricket.
All right,
yeah, so
cricket shit.
No, like I say, I'm a bit disappointed. I ain't buying this shit. Okay. It's not convinced me at all.
Okay, rolling the die. Hey, it's me.
Go.
So 2 quick reviews of games that I played. One free to play and one was a demo. The free to play game is Block Post, and this is there's a lot of games that claim to be a combination of Minecraft and shooters, but none of them have ever been real successful. And I think the reason is because if you're going to have Minecraft plus shooters, mostly what you're going to do is destroy things, not build things.
Yeah.
You can barely place blocks in this game, but mostly what it is voxel based, very simple graphics. You run around, shoot people. You can shoot through walls if you take a long time. So at one point I was playing this game and it took place in like a bank. Someone had built like a bank map, and people were on top of the bank, and there's no like stairwell or ladder or anything to get on top of the bank. So it was like, how'd they get up there? So I was like trying to figure it out. Eventually I blasted through a few blocks and I realized they had built like a ladder for themselves. And I was like, oh, you have to blast through the ladder, the wall, and then get to the ladder and then put the block back. So, you can't tell where the ladder is basically. So that's kind of cute when they do that. But for the most part, it's just like it's a first-person shooter, and that's it. And I mean, it's cute. It's it's well done as far as it goes, but it's not, And all the reviews said pay to win, and I was like, okay, well, I'm not interested in pay to win. And even the positive reviews were like, what are these people talking about pay to win? I've only paid like $5 for crate. I've got great guns.
And I keep losing.
Right. Exactly. So yeah. Whatever. It's cute. It satisfied my first-person shooter itch for about 5 minutes. So Block Post, nothing to write home about.
Blah.
And then the other one, I played a demo called Rise of Industry, and
this
boring. Sort of game I actually kind of like because I'm into Civilization and I really like Banished and Castles and Kingdoms and stuff like that. You're sort of in economy management, SimCity type games.
Have you played Tropico?
I played it a long time ago. I needed to give it another go because I understand that's very well done.
That's
I like the fact that there are some, I'm really interested in the games that don't have combat. You know what I mean? I think it's most fun when you're not under the pressure to conquer and take over everybody else. And that's what bugged me about Stellaris is that I really like it, but at a certain point it was like, it's all about taking over, being conquered by aliens. So whatever. I know there's other ways to win it. Just like Civilization, you can be the first one to establish the space station or whatever. But I never managed to win those games.
That's boring.
Anyway, Rise of Industry. Unfortunately, it does have kind of forms of combat. I think the point is that it's a capitalism simulator, and you're under threat from other industrialists. So you can get your industries going, but you have to constantly be adapting and constantly dealing with your competition and all that. And like you said, Chinny, sometimes it's nice to, the reason Banished is such an awesome game, in my opinion, is because you can just sort of set up a little village and help it get better and improve the roads and, dig quarry and all that. So that's kind of what I wanted from this game. But the other problem with it is that it's so complicated. You can't just say, take the crops from here and bring them to the farmer's market. You need to have a warehouse. You need to build roads. You need to have a truck depot. You need to have this. You need to have that. You're supposed to keep track of your inventory. You're supposed to manage how much of it goes here and there. I got done with the tutorial and I was like, I'm already lost.
Oh dear.
So I don't know. I apparently I had a pretty strong fan base that came together during the alpha versions and the Kickstarters and everything. But after playing the demo for 20 minutes, I was like, I don't think it's for me. I might go back at some point, but I just think it's a little too complicated for my tastes.
Yeah, I do. So there's the elements of those games that I do like. Bug Swarm in the chat says, have you played Cards?
No, I don't know what Cards is with a K.
Cards with a K. I don't know what that is. There are. I think for me, it's the Sim City kind of what was the City Skylines and those kind of things. It's a little bit different to what you're talking about too, but there is something.
The thing, you grow this community and you manage it. That's the fun.
Right. Yeah. So it's just there is. I do have that itch sometimes. Prison Architects also scratches that itch sometimes.
Yeah, Bugs Warm. I just looked at it as World War II card game. I don't think it's for me, but like it. Why don't you send us a speak pipe, Bugs Warm, explaining why you like it?
Correct.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah.
Cool.
So that's me done. Roll on. Hey, it's Stu.
Yeah, it's me. I've really not got a lot else to talk about, to be fair, as far as games. I played a little bit more Skyrim on the Switch.
Skyrim the Switch.
Yeah, I'm Fuss Road Daring and all that shit now,
Enjoying it?
Some shouts. Yeah, do you know what? It's kind of nice to go back to. I still think it's got a lot of faults. I still prefer The Witcher over it, but I'm still having fun with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not going to shit on it because it's still a great game.
Don't shit on it, Stu.
I'm going to shit on it, right? I'm not going to shit on Skyrim.
That's disgusting.
I ain't going to do no steamy dump on it.
Oh my god, I play this when Shinny was talking about enchanting his tools.
Enchantment? I did think that.
Enchantment!
I could hear that in my head even though you haven't played it.
Sing. I'm in your head.
Yeah, exactly.
Mark Annex texted me today and I talked about enchanting my shit and then he texts me that.
Nice.
There you go. There you go. So Skyrim, it's pretty good. It's feeling a little bit sort of aged now. It's starting to feel old, but it's still a lot of fun to play. But yeah. So that's kind of about it. I played a very tiny bit of Yakuza 6, but not a whole lot of that, to be fair. So there's not enough to talk anymore about it, really. But yeah, I'll be on that shit next week.
Cool.
We have got some news, so we've got a couple of news stories this week. So let's do that.
News first.
We're bringing news back, are we?
Only for something relevant. So here we go.
I'll see what happens
here we go.
when I leave.
Be the judge of whether it's relevant or not.
Yeah, get excited, people, because it's a long time since Duke played Heavy Rain.
Oh Christ!
But we have got a confirmed date for Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and Detroit Become Human to come to the Epic Game Store on the PC.
Time for email.
Whoa, not finished yet. Which is June the 24th, and who wouldn't want to hear Duke's opinion on the other two games? Seriously.
I know people want to hear my opinion, but to be honest, even if they were handed to me for free, I'm not going to try to invest the time in them anytime soon.
I would like to know what Duke thinks of the last current one. What was
Yeah,
the
Detroit.
Detroit, yeah. I'd love to
Detroit
know what he
Become
thinks of that. Yeah.
I would. Who wouldn't want to know that?
That would be fun.
Unfortunately, that's $40. So
Fucking
that's the
hell.
dearest of obviously the titles coming.
Goodbye,
But-
England's
Whoa,
Rose.
whoa, whoa. Whoa. But
What?
each title will have a free demo available. So even if he doesn't play the whole game, he can play the demo for Beyond Two Souls and Detroit.
Meh. M-E-H. Meh.
Come on, man. I think you can commit to at least playing the demo.
Not right now. I can't. I got all these papers to grade.
It's not till June and July. Come on.
Oh, maybe we'll see then.
We'll see. You'll be on fucking like summer holiday.
Yeah, but I got a lot of stuff to do this summer, don't I?
I've got a lot of stuff to do this
I think that's a
summer.
potential video, Duke.
Come on, you know you're gonna wanna. But yeah, they haven't given an exact date for Detroit. That's sometime in the summer. Beyond Two Souls is July 22nd, and Heavy Rain, if you wanted to revisit, that is June the 24th.
Heavy Rain.
Yeah, June 24th. But demos releasing earlier, so yeah, June 27th. Put it in your diary, Duke. That is a demo confirmed.
He will not be doing that.
I know. Yeah, put it in your diary, man.
So they're not PlayStation exclusives anymore.
Oh, no, they've gone. Now then, the other little bit of news that we should talk about a little bit is... A little bit. Microsoft and Sony have obviously got rattled by Google doing their shit and gone, fuck me, we need to get more streamlined on this shit. So they're actually working together on the cloud-based like gaming stuff.
That's crazy.
What the fuck just happened?
It's like the Matrix 3, Duke.
It is. I mean, seriously, who could have predicted, right, in 2019 that Microsoft and Sony will actually be working together on gaming stuff?
How long is this truce gonna last?
It's not. I don't think it's not gonna sort of roll over into anything else. I think they've literally gone. Do you know what? Google are bringing this thing out. We need something to combat that. Let's work together to do that.
Duke was just quoting the Matrix 3 film. That's all he was doing.
Ah, right. Okay, I get you.
So, shut the fuck up.
Okay.
No, it's they're all scared, aren't they? They're just like, oh shit, we gotta do stuff. Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll be interested to see what happens as a result of this. You know, it's kind of interesting doing this, but I just never saw this coming. This I would never have predicted. I mean, fucking fanboys must be falling over themselves.
What? Wait, what?
The fuck is happening?
Oh, they always find something to blame.
I know, yeah. Like, we don't really give a shit about them. It's a good thing. Working together is a good. Collaborative stuff always usually works better.
No, it ain't.
Look at Brexit. That's fucked up because no one bothered to work together.
Exactly.
So there you go. Good example, though. Good example. And that's it. That's the news. Look, that's it. No fucking news, hardly, but, you know, a bit of news. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
For emails.
Whoa, that ruled.
Right, sit back, people, and fucking get a brew and a fag or whatever, because we've got a fucking monster email coming up.
Oh dear.
Right, and just to sort of not warn you, but make you feel okay, it isn't from Jason. So
Right.
just rest assured, it's not in the slightest bit weird.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to start with that this week. So the first email this week is from James Butler.
Oh yeah.
Who's a new listener to the show.
Hello, James.
Hello, James.
Don't crash the car, James.
Yeah, James. Just keep on steering in a straight line. Well, not in a straight line if you come to a corner or whatever.
No,
you know what I mean.
Keep going straight.
Yeah.
No matter what.
Yeah.
Like Fight Club,
Yeah.
just let go of the wheel.
Yeah, corners. Who cares about
Fuck
corners? As the crow
Let
flies,
go.
you'll get there quicker. Okay, here we go. This is his email. He says this. 3 blokes talking shit being the highlight of my day.
Oh boy, your day must suck.
Fucking must. Hi, veteran gamers.
Hello.
I would like to, if I may,
Shag
tell you a
us.
story.
Oh, right, okay.
Tell you a story
Stories-
about
The shag, to be honest.
Yeah.
my new job in a faraway and mysterious land called Manchester.
Ooh, mysterious.
It's where we all met up.
Very exotic.
It
Very
is.
exotic.
It's where we all met. We was all
It
in the
is.
same room.
Only known us then. You've been a part of it.
I touched Duke in places where I don't care to mention.
He didn't. He's just trying to be funny again.
And it was on my back. I don't know why he doesn't care to
Yeah,
mention.
he's trying to be funny again.
I had managed to clinch a new job as a hospitality executive.
Pimp.
But alas, this meant overcoming a horrendous commute through the dour, stagnant flow of both the M6 and M62 at Russia. I feel his pain. I know what that could be like. It's fucking horrendous. What would have normally taken me 45 minutes in good conditions was now taking around 90 to 120 minutes each way.
Fucking hell.
That's 2 hours each way for those who don't speak in movie running times. Day after day, I would begin my daily routine utterly fucked off that 1,000 other people in vehicles would have the nerve to drive somewhere at the same goddamn time as I was.
Yeah, it is rude.
It made me miserable and bitter before I'd even stepped into the office to begin a stress-fueled race against time to get agency chefs into various kitchens. But then I discovered the way. Duke, cue heavenly music of some kind.
Sad to say he wasn't ready for that.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It sounded good anyway. I came across a podcast on iTunes, Veterans of Some Kind. Were these people military veterans, I asked myself?
No.
No.
Veterans were veterans of the gaming lifestyle.
The word gamers indicated they weren't military at all, but were in fact some form of gamers. Veteran gamers, if you will. Veterans of the gaming lifestyle.
After a hard day killing zombies, I kick back and listen to the Veteran Gamers podcast.
I downloaded a couple of episodes, 2.5 fucking hours an episode, I exclaimed. These people were either totally devoted to the life of gaming or completely devoid of friends or sexual partners.
Bingo.
Bingo. You got it. But still, I endured. What transpired was a complete turnaround of my favourite part of the day. Suddenly, my commute wasn't long enough. Chinny's laid-back yet snooker-loopy tones complemented Stu's, dare I say, camp, wonder-filled exuberance perfectly. I like his wording. It's very nice.
Yeah,
very good.
Very good.
And then there's Duke, who was also there. I joke. Duke is by far my favourite American podcast. By far.
By far.
Yeah, I did cock up a bit. Anyway. It's like I've been drinking or something. All these three did was chat seemingly random shit for 2.5 hours per episode. And I absolutely fucking loved it. I've only been a listener for 6 weeks so far, but those 6 weeks I've been listening solidly. As soon as one finishes, the week earlier plays.
Oh, no.
It's fascinating listening to them all in a Memento style, where you'll hate and rip apart a AAA game one week, then be playing but not enjoying it the earlier week, then be excited that it's coming out the week earlier. And this is my favourite part of his email, because every time someone says something like this, it just makes me smile a little bit. I was even forced to listen to 30 minutes of Rick fucking Astley because I was on the motorway and couldn't change it safely, you twat, Stu.
Class.
Oh, it just makes me smile. I love the fact as well that people who listen to that, I think at some point it'll stop. So they keep fast forwarding, hoping to get past it, but it never does. I just wanted to say that all three of you have made going to work a joy these last weeks. Even though we've never met, I have felt like I've been commuting with three great mates. I would like to...
Where's your share of the gas money, jackass?
Yeah, fucking hell, yeah. I would just like to end the email, if I may, with a talking point.
Oh,
here we go.
Let's hear it.
I'd been reluctant to play Mass Effect Andromeda for ages because of the bad things I'd heard about it, despite me being a massive fan of the other three.
A Mass Effect fan? Get it? Massive fan?
Massive. Yeah, okay. I decided that I needed to try this game, so did. I now think it's one of my favourite gaming experiences of the current generation. I played it only after all its bugs were fixed. So this is my question to all. Have you ever been put off buying a game because of negative press or bad word of mouth, only to find that once you finally did play it, it was amazing?
That's a good question. I feel like the answer is yes. I can't think of an example right now.
Word it again. So have I ever...
Have you ever been put off buying the game because it's obviously had bad reviews, whatever, or people going, ah, shit. And then when you've actually got around to playing it, you found out that it was actually amazing, that you really enjoyed that game.
I really like Star Wars Battlefront 2. I think it's a good game. And, I mean, I got lit after they took out all the pay-to-win stuff, so, you know, maybe that's just late. And Diablo 3, people are always like, if you don't get the Reaper of Souls edition, you might as well stab yourself in the eye. But I played the regular game, and I think it's great. So, you know, those games haven't been, like, trashed. It's not like people said they were E.T., but those are as close as I can get, probably.
I can't really think of one. No, I can't really think of one. Stu, can you think of one?
The only one I can think of is the obvious one, of course, which is Deadly Premonition, which fucking got torn a new one by most reviewers when it came out.
Well, no, that doesn't count because some people actually bum it.
I know they do, but
you
at
can't
the time
pretend that you're
when
the
I
only...
played this game, and it's a long time ago. I played this on 360 when it first came out, and
I think that qualifies.
Yeah, I was reluctant to buy it because literally every review said this game is fucking total pile of steaming shit.
Some people say it's so horrible, it's fun, but
yeah. So but I love it in fucking all sorts of ways. You know what I mean? I'm fucking just amazing, that game. I love that game. So
you're such a weird person, Stu.
I am a weird person. But I don't know whether that qualifies as whether I was put off by it. You know, I don't know whether I was put off. I was more intrigued to play it, I guess, more so after reading, you know, the reviews that it got. To see if it really was as shit as everyone was saying. Yeah. I have had sort of games I've played where they were as shit as I was expecting. You know, so that's sort of... But it's hard to think of ones where I've been like, I don't know, the reviews are a bit so-so, but I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I can't place one for me. No, I can't think of one.
I'm trying to think of another one. There must be others. Where the reviews... See, No Man's Sky for a lot of people is that, because that had terrible reviews when it came out, but after all the updates and stuff they've done, a lot of people love that game now.
Yeah, actually, I didn't love it when it came out, but I didn't find it as bad as everyone else said because I wasn't really paying attention to the hype, so I didn't know what I was supposed to hate about it when I played it.
Yeah, so your expectations haven't been tempered by the reviews, really.
Exactly.
But also, like, your expectations, hadn't been tempered by the hype before the game even came out.
Exactly.
Because Duke takes no notice of all that stuff.
I try to avoid it. I mean,
you could say that you don't even believe the hype.
Sometimes I do. I mean, usually I don't.
Don't believe the hype.
That's right. Say it loud, Flav.
I remember that song when it came out, or when it came on at the Wu-Tangy Clan thing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Right. What I suggest is have a think over the next week. If you think of anything,
I can't think of anything. Yeah, I can't think of anything.
You might think of something for next week, so have a think about it.
I'll have a think. I'm sorry.
Have
James.
a think.
Sorry, James.
Anyway, sorry we didn't sort of think of more, but you see, we tend to avoid shit games. That's the problem. We're trying not to play them, don't we?
That's questionable, to be honest.
Well, yeah, it is. We do.
You just talked about Deadly Premonition. What are you talking about?
Shut up.
Pushing.
Thank you for bringing the Veteran Gamers podcast into my life, and long may it reign and grow.
Listening, buddy. We appreciate your support.
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you, Jay. It's nice to get an email off a new listener. I like
it is. Just to make an announcement, all new listeners must pay us £100. Everybody else has paid. You can ask the other ones; they've all paid. So just sort that out. Just make it transfer straight into the PayPal, please. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next one's kind of a shout out stroke email, not really.
Okay.
But Strutmeister, bless him, sent us still loving the show. Was reading the BBC News website and saw this, thought it might be of interest, which was a story about the Microsoft Sony merger.
Yeah.
So but you know, we fucking look at shit.
Way ahead of you.
So anyway, he says keep up the good work and best wishes to you all. So thank you, Strutmeister.
Thanks. I'll take it.
Next one this week is off Derek Science. No, quiz was last week. You can't have a quiz every week now. You're getting greedy, Duke.
If somebody wouldn't be so lazy, we could.
Hey, veteran gamers.
Yo.
Time for my cross-podcast question of the month.
Okay.
I have been reading and watching reviews of the new Microsoft Xbox One S All Digital Edition console.
Right.
Reviews have been underwhelming, and the general feeling is that it's not a great value proposition.
No.
The main criticisms seem to be overpriced compared to the current Xbox One S disc version. You see, I know nothing about this, so how much is this thing?
I think it's 250 quid or something. It's like.
And how much is a normal one?
I think it's 250 quid or something.
I don't think it's the same price.
No, I think. Well, no, I don't know, but it's a rip off, whatever it is. Yeah. It's not very well priced. Is the gist of it? Is what we have to take away from it. It's like
yeah, because the whole point is you get rid of this drive, it should be cheaper, considerably cheaper.
Yeah, I mean, there is something to be said about if only we had access to Google and look it up right now. But who wants to do that? So.
Standard packing free games, which were Minecraft, Sea of Thieves, and Forza Horizon 3.
Minecraft.
I don't think that's too terrible, is it?
Minecraft.
If you get free games with it, yeah, it's got Minecraft. It's Forza.
What else do you need?
Chinny, have you been playing Minecraft lately, Chinny?
I have been dabbling into Minecraft. Let me tell you about my statue that I've made.
Yeah, what about your statue? Shut up. Same console size as the standard Xbox One S, despite having no disc drive, so they didn't miniaturize it at all.
No, it's probably
which would have seemed a no-brainer, would it? But they probably
but then they have to redesign it, and because like they. No, it's so what they do when you produce something like this, you make the mold, right? So you make a cast and then you make a mold of the console, right? So what they can do is because they've already got the mold, they can just. They don't have to put any time into designing a new mold, and then they've probably got old molds in factory floors, and then just sort of change the, I don't know. It's just a bit of a lazy thing to do, really. Somebody joked and put white tape over the disk drive and said, "There you go, you've got one."
Right.
It's very funny. It's hilarious. It's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Very funny. I want everyone to know I just finished with these page-long evaluations for every single student in my Creative Writing 2 class. The first hour one anyway. I got to do the fourth hour next. But I wrote a page of feedback for each of them. They wrote 10-page stories each. If I were as a smart teacher, I'd just put a score on it and be like, good job, here's your grade. But no, I'm going to write a freaking page.
GG. That's what I would have put.
And the final point is not having a 2 terabyte hard drive as standard, which seems fucking stupid. If you've got rid of the disk drive, you need to put a bigger hard drive in there, surely.
Yeah, you'd think so. Yeah.
It just seems stupid.
Then they won't have the fun that I had of adding a new hard drive. And
yeah, but you can't do that. I mean, you can plug in one now, can't you?
Yeah.
You can just plug in a portable hard drive, but you'd think. Even if they kept it at the same price, they'd give you a bigger hard drive, wouldn't they, or whatever?
A bigger hard drive.
Bigger. I think what's weird for me, and I've always thought this. It's like, for instance, the Oculus Quest I'm getting.
Yes.
The Oculus Quest. I'm getting the 64 gigabyte, right?
Baller.
But they also do a 128 gigabyte version of it. But it's £100 more. I feel like memory is the thing that they fucking screw you on, because it probably costs about £5 more, 10 quid more to put that double memory in. But fucking, I mean, how much does it cost for a 128 gigabyte memory stick? Now it costs fuck all, does it?
Yeah, they're cheap, but
cheap as chips, and it's like they're fucking charging you an extra £100 just to have that slightly bigger memory. I don't get it, And
because they can.
And Stu, you got to understand how business works. Come on.
I get you. I do get you. But fucking hell, it's like Apple, isn't it? That's what Apple do with all their devices. It's like it's double the memory, double the price.
What else are you going to do?
I know. I get you. Anyway, he says, I'm not interested in buying a console at this point, but I don't particularly see the lack of a disk drive as a weakness. PC players have been downloading games to the hard drive for many years, and I think most console gamers see downloading games as pretty standard these days. So with the new wave of Xbox and PlayStation consoles due late next year, probably, I have one question for you.
Yeah.
If you can see yourself buying one of the new consoles, does the idea of a discless version appeal to you, especially if the price is right compared to a disc drive version?
Let me answer this question for all of you individually. So let me do Duke first, because Duke's pretty easy. Okay. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Fuck it. Nah, I probably won't buy it anyway. Fuck that shit. All right. So this.
No, that's not what I was gonna say. I was gonna say that I'll buy it 2 years later when a game I really want to play comes out, and then I'll not play it for another year.
That's it. And then Stu's impression is, no, I'd buy a console B because I like to get it from the games from Smelly Shop. And then I'll do an impression of me, and I will. I don't know. Stu, you do an impression. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
See, that wouldn't bother me really. I'd be sort of more of the inclination if they brought out a streaming service that worked really, really well and it was comparable to the price of Spotify, for instance.
Yes.
Then I would potentially be interested.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
You do love your Smelly Shop, though.
I do, but I think if it as a sort of
you love getting in there, being all smelly.
I do, but as a value proposition, if something came out that was a reasonable service as a subscription and scratch your itch and you got access to new releases and all that kind of stuff, I think I'd be interested. You know, over here, when you think how much is paid for an exclusive game now,
yeah,
you know, I would kind of be interested. So that's what I'd be like to see happen.
I'm pretty much digital only now anyway, to be honest.
Yeah, so it wouldn't make much of a difference to you, would it?
No.
By the way, in the meantime, I have thought of another game that I wasn't that bothered about and didn't review that well, but actually quite enjoyed.
Oh, go on.
Killzone Shadowfall.
I
Right.
don't think there were any reviews for that because nobody bothered to play it.
Yeah, no one officially played that, but you, Stu.
No one. But yeah, I bought that a long time after that came out on the PS4. It was because it was super cheap. So it was just like I wasn't that bothered about it. But don't get me wrong, right? I'm not saying it's the best game I've ever played on the Sony as an exclusive, but it was way better than I was expecting. So that's probably a better way to put it. So it wasn't amazing, but it was much, much better than I thought it was gonna be.
It was better than crap.
It was better than.
That's my review for that. Better than crap.
It was definitely better than crap. You know, I'll keep thinking. Maybe I'll think of another one, but that just came to me before. Okay, next email is off Lewis, and he said, "I heard off Lewis. He's been busy, busy doing his examinations and stuff.
Like a little SWAT boy.
He's been a good lad. Hello, veterans.
Hi.
First email in a while, but I've been a bit busy. GCSE started last week, so don't expect any hilarious jokes. Hope you are all well.
Hi.
Now, I haven't been able to catch up with the last couple of episodes, but trying to get back on track. Good to see the YouTube.
Bastard.
I know, fucking splitter. Good to see the YouTube channel hit 1,000 subscribers recently, and I'm pleased to have been there since you were only on about 250. That's it. Rub it in. Why don't you? Despite not having any consoles or games to play, I've bought a new one for the Xbox.
Ooh.
The latest blockbuster thrill ride, which is Farming Simulator 19.
Oh, shit.
Revenge of the John Wick edition.
Nice.
Going to play that in a few weeks when the exams are over and I get my stuff back. You see, I imagine that Farming Simulator is a little bit similar to Minecraft in the, you know, the way you play that game. It's just a kind of chill out.
Yeah.
Drive a tractor, plant some crops, whatever.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So I can see it's in that same sort of wheelhouse.
It's in that wheelhouse, yeah.
If you remember, I asked for names for my English story a while back, and I did end up using Stu, Eric, Mike, and Dragonborn Southern Guard.
Wow, nice.
Like you said in my answer, I'll tell you the story another time. Anyway,
that's cool.
Big question time. Here we go. Is there any game you played through to the end despite hating it? Apart from, so this is the opposite question.
I've got fucking a plethora of those.
Apart from Heavy Rain.
No, I've got loads of those.
Go.
Oh,
Go.
fucking hell. Hold on. Let me. Tell you what. You go ahead, discuss, and I'll go into my achievements because I've got.
You see, I haven't got any of these because if I'm not enjoying a game, I just stop playing it.
Yeah.
I just go, fuck this shit. Actually, I tell a lie. I tell a lie. The
He
only
tells
game,
a fucking lie. A fucking liar. This one. He's
the
a
only
fucking
game
liar.
that I really wasn't that interested, but felt I had to finish it was the original Assassin's Creed. And I played a lot of it, and I was like, fuck me, I'm bored. This is so fucking boring. This is mind-numbingly boring.
Yeah.
But you didn't quit.
I know, and then I quit. And then about 6 months, maybe a year later, or it was quite a long time, I thought, do you know what? I should fucking commit to finishing it. And I did it. And I fucking hated it.
Yep.
I hated it, but I finished it anyway.
Yep.
So, yeah, there you go. I have thought of one.
Crackdown 3, there's one. Crackdown 3. Witcher 3, there's another.
By the way, Crackdown, you didn't hate The Witcher 3, did
No,
you?
but I should have stopped playing it. I wasn't enjoying it that much. Recore, terrible.
And you
Terrible.
played that to the end. You're
Finished it. Finished it.
mad.
La 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 la. Let's go through here. It's a bit cruel, but Mafia 3 wasn't great.
No.
But the ending was good. Deus Ex Mankind Divided wasn't in love with it. Really. So there's another one. Mirror's Edge Catalyst, terrible. Played it to the end, finished it. Quantum Break, not that good. Boring, finished it. Zeros, Zeros, a co-op.
What the hell is that?
You don't even know what it is. It's
I don't even know what that is.
terrible sort of like shoot 'em up kind of platformy game. Finished that for no reason. Mad Max, it was decent, but it got a bit boring. Finished that, played it all the way to the end. Oh my god, it just goes on forever.
You see, I just stop. I'll just go, fuck this shit. I'm not
No,
playing
I have
this.
to finish stuff.
Shit.
I have to finish stuff. What else? What else? No, Batman Arkham Knight was brilliant. Wasn't mad on Ori and the Blind Forest. Like, I probably would have stopped playing that. Metro, the first Metro, didn't like that. I would have stopped that. It just got Rise. Rise wasn't a very good game. Should have stopped playing that. It just goes on. Assassin's Creed Unity, terrible. Honestly, it's an endless list. It's like all I do. Murderer Soul Suspect, awful game, awful. Finished it to the end.
You're mad. You seriously are mad.
I know. It is nuts.
Yeah.
Last one. XCOM: The Bureau Declassified. Fun fact: that was the first game that I streamed on Twitch in 2014.
I remember seeing the original trailer for that. I'm thinking, oh, this looks quite interesting.
Yeah, people was like, "Oh, this is Bioshock. This is Bioshock."
Yeah, this looks quite interesting. And then it was terrible, weren't it?
Yeah.
Mm.
Twas.
Well, it's terrible. Right, Duke, any games for you that you've actually finished to the end, even though you were hating it?
Heavy Rain. Let me tell
Apart
you.
from, he said in his email, he specifically said, apart from Heavy Rain.
No, they would have been older, like back in the day. I think I've reached a point in my life where as soon as it's not even when I don't like a game. If I don't like a game, I'm gonna quit after 5 minutes.
Even when you like the game, you finish.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. When I like the game, it doesn't thrill me to the core. I'm just like, nope, time for something else. So
yeah, I'm the same. So I very rarely ever finish games I don't like.
I finish Inquisition in Quiggy because like I'm not loving it. I'm not feeling it. I don't know what it's so different about this compared to Origins, but I'm just not loving it. But I am planning to finish it one of these days.
You see, I've just thought,
clean out my pile of shame.
I've just come up with yet another game that didn't necessarily get bad reviews, but I wasn't expecting it to be as amazing as it was. And that would be Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons.
Oh yeah, that was
because that was, although it was more of a surprise game for me rather than it got shit reviews, but was actually amazing.
Yeah, it didn't get shit reviews. It got
it did get shit reviews, but I never got around to playing it.
So basically,
and I actually did.
has no completely different category, Stu. I don't know
It is kind of, but
what are you doing, Stu?
I got put off by the demo. I wasn't that impressed with the demo and thought, that's a bit shit, this. And he wasn't that impressed. And then obviously played the full game. Was like, fuck it, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So there you go. And if you've never played it, anyone out there, this is always in sales for about £1, and it is worth a hell of a lot more than £1. But you should definitely play this game. It's amazing.
It is good.
It is. It is.
Better than A Way Out.
Freaking is. It is. Although A Way Out, I really enjoyed as well.
Blah.
Actually, that could qualify because I didn't get great reviews, but I really enjoyed it.
That's true.
That's true. I really like that game. Anyway, that's it. So he says, be back to listening again soon. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thanks, Lewis. Good luck in your exams, mate. I hope it's all gone well and going well, and just do well.
Yeah. Good on you.
Kind of works. Right, and that's it. That's all the emails, people.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
It is. So it's time to get the hell out of here. Shout outs.
Saw a pretty girl just the other day. She winked and she smiled, walked across my way. I couldn't figure out just what to say, so I twittered it. Twittered it.
Dumbest song in the world. Yeah, shout outs. Right. Okay, here we go.
It's time for a shout out. Hey!
I didn't have any actual Twitters to talk about. I just like playing that dumb theme.
There you go. Right.
Go.
So, shout outs. Duke. Go.
Yeah, me. I'll shout out Antonio. I don't know. He's been working on Polybius. And everybody in the chat, thank you for watching and listening, especially the new people. Habibi, is that new?
He's found us through Snooker.
Oh, okay. And Bugstorm, thank you for listening.
Yeah.
And Yap, what's there to review? And Step J was around at one point. Yeah.
He's still around.
Yeah. What up, Step? And the Duchess, because she's gonna make au jus sandwiches tonight, and I really like those. Thank you, Duchess.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
That's nice.
There's this new show on Netflix called It's about a guy and his dog, and the guy kind of looks like Sacha Baron Cohen, and it's called It's Bruno, but apparently Bruno is just the name of the dog. I was so excited. I'm like, oh, there's a Bruno show? No, it's just some dog.
I'm going to shout out Antonio because of his Polybius thing, because we're going to give him extra shout outs for whatever this thing is. So, yeah, people, check it out. I don't know what it is. It's some cool thing he's making. Check that shit out.
It's going to be wicked.
It's going to be amazing. So I've heard. I'm going to shout out, obviously, Jay, our new listener. Don't crash your car. It's all good. Thanks for the email. Love emails, so keep on emailing in people who contribute to the show. Keep on doing it because we enjoy listening to your views and what you think about stuff and giving us questions to talk about, even if we're a bit shit at answering them. And I think that's it.
Yo.
There you go. Oh, sorry, I've got one more shout out to Facebook for releasing the Oculus Quest this week. And I'm sure that they're listening because I'm very excited.
Yeah. Mark listens. Mark Zuckerberg.
I know. Apparently he does. He's a big subscriber.
Big listener.
He listens Memento style, apparently.
Yeah, he does. Yeah. He listens. No, he listens to the middle episode and then goes out from there.
You see, a little bit different. I like it. So there you go. That's me. Chinny.
Shout out to the people that join me Thursday night at 7 p.m. That's when I play snooker. So I've been streaming snooker consistently. And they've been going really well. We get like 50, 60 people in there. People play me. I thought everybody would not be interested anymore because snooker's dead. Judd Trump won. Everybody's finished. It's all over. But now people have been coming.
By the way, Chinny.
Yes, hello.
We're on Judd Trump. Did you hear about the guy who put the bet on?
Yes, yeah. I should have.
That's fucking incredible.
That happened to Mark Williams as well. Somebody put a bet on when Mark Williams was young, and.
That's cool. But if you don't know this, Duke, you probably don't.
No.
But some guy, was it 20 years ago? 20 years ago, wasn't it? 20 years ago, when Judd Trump was 8 years old, I think at the time.
Okay.
Went to his local bookies and went, what odds would you give me on this Judd Trump winning the World Championship at some point? And the bookie went, I don't know. And what was it he gave him? Something like 50,000 to 1 or something?
Something crazy.
And he went, 5,000 to 1 or whatever, some massive odds. And he went, I'll put a tenner on.
There you go.
Lo and behold,
done it.
20 years later, the guy's obviously thankfully still alive. went to his local bookies and cashed in his bet. And
my money, please. That's like Kevin on The American Office said at one point, if someone gives you 10 million to 1 odds, no matter what it is, you take it. If John Cougar Mellencamp ever wins an Oscar, I'm going to be a very rich person.
But you see, it happens though, doesn't it? There was a guy who used to make a shit ton of money by betting every year that there'd be a hole in one of the golf tournaments.
Okay.
And the way he did it was, what he'd realised that, because he used to include practice sessions and all that sort of stuff, so it wasn't just tournament. It was just that there would be a hole in one at some point in the tournament, whether it was practice or the. And invariably, there was always one there, and he used to give him really great odds until he cottoned on to the fact that it usually happened.
Yeah.
And he made a shit ton of money before they worked out that actually it happened nearly every year.
Smart man.
Yeah, smart man. They played the odds, played him at their own game.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. Is that it, Chinny? Anything else?
No, that's it for me. Just thank everybody that's come to the live streams. Thank everybody who listens, obviously. And thanks to everybody that said they missed me. Just to give you a bit of an insight.
Well, that's because they're idiots.
No, well, to be honest, that was no one. No one said that. So
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. I joke.
No, it's true.
Everybody.
That's it. Yep, that's it from me.
And that's it. And we're done.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Sorry for all the clacking during the episode today. I had to finish grading these papers, and I'm not done yet. I just realized I need to prioritize the people I'm most likely to see during the next 5 sessions. Right now, not that anybody really cares. I'm just babbling now, but whatever. That's what I do. I babble. I'm a babbler.
Brilliant.
Aren't you glad you listen to this show, everybody? What is wrong with you?
I'm glad you're listening to Duke making weird noises. What the fuck?
If you spent your time listening to like rainfall for 2.5 hours, that'd be a better use of your time.
Yeah. Can we just say, by the way, this time tomorrow it'll be all over. What? It'll be all over. Game of Thrones is done.
Whatever. I mean, I want to watch it. I haven't. Yeah. All right.
Dinklage, Peter, Dinklage, Peter, Dinklage, Peter, Dinklage.
I'm just gonna stop it now.
Yes.